Hey everybody, it's Jax again from the Popcorn Review Podcast. Today's gonna be my episode 95, a recap of Mortal Kombat 2. Now, this movie, honestly, I would say if you're worried about your favorite character dying, just get ready for or sit down and get ready for it, because almost everybody dies. I'm just gonna put that out there. If you're not ready for your favorite character to pass away and not be part of this, just know that they may be able to come back to life later on and maybe in part three. But as of right now, a lot of people died. They introduced a lot of new characters that we haven't seen. They showed the battle in Outworld. Honestly, this movie, the fight scenes were crazy. Some of them were kind of short, not gonna lie. But Sonya Blade had a match there or fight to the death, and it was pretty quick. Jax had a good match against Jade. Um, Liu Kang had one against Kung Lao. It was just really, really good special effects. Really, really good. I would say finish him moves, if anything, if you guys played the game. But really good overall movie. I personally feel like some of this was kind of rushed for them to get a movie out there. Hopefully no one kills me on that. But I would honestly give this movie about a 7.5. Like I said, the visuals on this movie was great. The actors they chose to play those parts were great. I just feel like the story itself was a little lackluster for me personally. Grew up with Mortal Kombat back in the day when it used to be on Sega, um, up in the arcades and everything. Nice to see Mortal Kombat coming back and doing their thing. Again, this is Mortal Kombat Part 2. They got Johnny fucking Cage in this movie. He's actually a big part of this movie, big pivotal role. They got Sonya Blade, they got Katana, they got Jade in there, they got Jax, they got Liu Kang, they got Raiden, Shao Kahn. They got a lot of people in this movie. But again, if you're worried about your favorite character dying, just know that there is a lot of death in this movie. Some people were spared, but there is a lot of death. Outworld looked incredible. Raiden's temple looked incredible. The stages that they had looked crazy, reminded me of the old Mortal Kombat games with the acid pits or acid water there. It was really good. Honestly, I can't complain about the visuals on this movie. If it was just based off of visuals alone and the costuming and everything, an automatic 10. That part was amazing. Story was a little lacking, like I mentioned. I give it about a 7.5 most at most. Johnny Cage definitely made this movie. He was kind of like the comedic relief. And if it wasn't for him, a lot of the story wouldn't have played out the way that it did. So Johnny Cage did play a big role in this movie. Does get his powers towards the end of the movie. Some people come back. The old Scorpion comes back. They bring back to life Kung Lao, like I mentioned. They bring back Sub-Zero. So some people do come back from the dead. So, like I mentioned, they may come back in part three. We don't know 100% if people will stay dead. They do have the magician, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it, but they were bringing people back. But crazy movie, man. Crazy, crazy, crazy movie. I feel like I mentioned, some of the fight scenes might have been rushed. It could have been a little bit more, but they also had to tell a story, and I think that's where the disconnect was for me personally. There was just a disconnect between the action and the actual story itself. But the fight scenes were incredible. Visuals and fight scenes, that movie got a 10. When Katana used her fans and was just whipping people's asses with them, chef's kiss. That shit was amazing. Katana was doing her thing. It was just really crazy how I don't want to spoil it if people haven't watched it, but one of the deaths that she causes, you see some brains. Let's just put it like that. Crazy movie. Just her mannerisms was a lot like the game. Personally, it was just pretty crazy how that was how they played that part good. I wish they would have gave me a little bit more. I don't know if there's going to be a part three right away. They might kind of hold off and kind of build the story around it, but we'll see. Mortal Kombat 2, visually amazing. Costumes were amazing. Fight scenes were amazing. If it was just based off of those three criteria, like I mentioned, it would be a 10. but the story was a little lacking for me, like I mentioned. So I would give it about 7.5 at most, but still a decent movie. Right now, if I'm not mistaken, it's on Amazon Prime already. That's where we picked it up at. Didn't get into theaters, so maybe that might have changed my perspective on it if I would have went to theaters with the surround sound and everything, and the movie speakers and everything, the big ass screen. But you know, our TVs at home is pretty big and we got surround sound. So I personally don't feel like that would have made a difference in my opinion, but decent movie overall, 7.5 for me. You guys want to watch, like I mentioned, it's on Amazon. I think it still might be in theaters, but it's on its way out. So if you don't catch it in theaters, it is on Amazon Prime. Um, but decent movie overall, like I mentioned, 7.5. Visually, fight scenes, all that, I give it a 10. But because of the lacking of the story for me, I give it a 7.5. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.